Oh, that's a pre-yoga massage. Okay, welcome to our class. We're going to start seated with our legs out in front of us, actually, toes turned up. Closing our eyes. Our practice this morning, spring cleaning our minds, actually. Relaxing our shoulders down from our ears, sitting up tall. Just breathe. Take a moment to let go of your morning. Letting go of any clutter within us that's weighing us down. Breathing freely through our nose or our mouth, whatever feels nice for us. We'll do our warm-up, seated mountain, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, bringing our hands back down to our sides. Anchoring through our sit bones. Letting go of your morning. Feeling that length as we anchor down through the backside and reach our hands up towards the sky. Our legs are active, our quadriceps strong. One more. And we'll take our left hand down to the mat. Look up underneath our right elbow. All the way up and over to the other side. You can bring your forearm right down to the mat if that feels good. Walk your hand as far away from you as you want to. But be nice, it's just the warm-up portion. It's okay if your backside lifts up a little bit. Amazing. Last one. We'll bring it up back to our seated staff pose, relaxing the shoulders down, our quads strong, toes are flexed, pointing up towards, well, maybe your forehead or up towards the ceiling. We'll lift our right leg. This is a great exercise to strengthen your knees. Bring it down, other side for 3, maybe 5 breaths. Bending that right knee now, a gentle twist, our left hand over towards our right knee. Holding here and breathing. Just a gentle, not quite as deep as we normally go. We'll bring it back around and do the other side, bending our left knee, a gentle twist, looking over the back shoulder. Be nice, sitting up tall still. Bring it back to center. We'll go back to the knee strengthener, lifting our right leg. And bending our leg. Now bringing it up. One more extension. Flex the foot. Put it down the other side. Flex. Bend. And flex. Wonderful. Big breath up, inhale. Bend our knees a little bit. Exhale. So a forward fold with a nice bent knee. This is called caterpillar pose, actually. If you want to, holding onto your feet here can work towards straightening the leg and still holding onto our feet. But it's okay if you stay in your caterpillar pose. We'll walk our hands up our legs, take our hands under our knees, roll right back onto our backs. Yes, starting nice and easy. Massage your lower back down on the mat. Spring cleaning our minds of clutter. All right, let's place the soles of the feet down on the mat and we'll do some flowing bridges. Inhale, lifting our hips up. Exhale, bringing our hips back towards the mat. One vertebrae at a time as you peel your back up off the mat. Imagine maybe even squeezing a ball between your knees so we keep those knees in alignment. Springtime, time to clear away the clutter inside and out. Let's hold that up in your full bridge pose and do 10 pulses up at the top. awakening our glutes. And on that 10th one, holding again up, releasing a little bit of the tension that might have built up in our backside. Our head is completely free from any weight. The weight is in our shoulders, and pressing down into both of our feet. Slowly lowering our back onto the mat again. We'll bring our knees up to 90 degrees, fingertips to our temples, lifting our shoulder blades up off the mat. So we're at the moment looking between our kneecaps, our elbows nice and wide. Extending the left leg, bring it back in, and the other side. So we'll go side to side with this, and some modifications you can make are to add the twist across to the opposite knee, or place your head down on the mat and do toe taps. If you want to take it a little easier this morning, just some toe taps to awaken the core. Someone's repeating. Amazing. We'll slowly lower everything down onto the mat and extend our legs long. Lifting our heels up off the mat, anchoring our lower back down into the mat. We'll lift our chest up as well and bring our hands facing the floor. Relax the shoulders down from the ears, and some pulses with our hands. So putting some of those fun Pilates moves in. If you want to, feet could go down on the mat. And then we add the breath. Big inhale, 5 counts, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, count to 5. We won't do the whole 100, but we'll just do a few. All right, feet go down. Take another bridge, lift up, stretch your belly. If it feels nice, reach your arms up long. The palms of our hands facing each other on top of our shoulders, reaching up towards the sky. If you'd like to, take them down back behind your head, you can. And then we'll bring those hands back up, down to the mat. And our back will follow down onto the mat. Let's roll over onto our all fours and move into cat and cow. Take your time getting there. We'll start to move through our cat and cow, maybe fists for wrists if you're taking care of those wrists today. Closing our eyes. Letting go of any competition this morning. Any expectation that you might set on your body. Wonderful. Moving right into spinal balance, reaching our left arm forward and our right foot back, reaching through the heel. Exhale to all fours. Other side extension. Inhale, exhale down. On your own, side to side. You can have a nice long neck, gazing down at our mat. And some modifications for this. If it's feeling intense this morning and you want to pull back a bit, just some taps of the hand forward and the toe forward. So you don't have to lift if you don't want to. Last one, let's take it to child's pose or downward dog if that feels better for you. Massaging our forehead down on the mat. Close your eyes. Great job. A little different today. Let's walk our hands towards our knees and sit back onto our heels, stretching our quads. Reach up, we come up. We're going to add a flow to this. Now we go into cat pose. Exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Take a breath in here. Exhale, sit up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. And 2 more times. Inhale, right up. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Last one, rising up. We'll meet in child's pose unless you'd like to move up into downward dog. Whatever works and feels nice for your practice. In our downward dog, we've got space between our feet, about 2 fist distance. All right, we'll come to all fours wherever we are and inhale to our all fours. Take our right foot out to the side. Rise up, reach our right hand for our right calf and tip over for our gate pose. Nice and long. Feel that stretches your knee, presses down into the mat. We'll bring it down to all fours and sweep this left hand over and across. So the weight is continuing to maybe be in our shoulder and our knee, so try not to put too much of it on our head. Pressing the left hand down into the mat, we'll come up. And left hand to mat. Reach our right arm long, side plank. And bring it down. Let's do the other side. Take the left foot out. Rise up. We'll take our left hand over to the foot here. You can have your toes down or up, so that depends. Just make sure that we don't press on our knee joint. Down we go. Sweep that right hand through. Our hips are high. And we're feeling our breath. Releasing some tension in our back and in our neck. We'll press into that left hand, help ourselves up. Rise up, right hand goes down onto the mat, to the side, onto the floor. And we reach long. And I forgot one thing I wanted to do, that quad stretch. Reach back for your left quad. And we stretch our quad. So if that doesn't feel nice, just reach for the back of your pants. Since we forgot it on the other side, we'll have to do it. Go all the way over to the other side. You can grab your ankle before you even go up if you want to. Wonderful quad stretch. If you want, look up towards the sky. Feel the chest open as we do that. All right, both knees go down, child's pose or downward facing dog again. Almost through our warm-up. Looking up between the hands, we'll inhale into a full or a kneeling plank. You can hold there or go down to your belly or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, so we're flowing through our half series, either holding our plank or making our way back to child's pose or downward dog. Choosing to rest here or flow again, forward, halfway or all the way down. Opening up into cobra or up dog, either down dog or to your belly with me. Then we lift, then child's pose or down dog. 2 more times on your own, matching your movement to your breath. Let the breath guide you this morning. We can engage our triceps if our inner arms are grazing our rib cage. Pointing back towards the back edge of our mat. Last one. We'll meet in downward facing dog or all fours, whatever works for you or child's pose. Looking between the hands, we'll be bringing the right hand up between the hands. Keep your right foot. Everyone looked up here. Hey. Right foot, yeah. Left hand down on the mat. Our back left heel is high off the mat, so we're in a lunge, and we'll add a twist. Reach our right arm up. Untwisting back to downward dog or child's pose. left foot coming up between the hands. Keeping our right hand down, sweeping our left arm up for a twist. Making our way all the way to forward fold now, breathing out. Halfway up, we come up, and then we're folding again. Chair pose, breathing in. Exhale, folding. Let's flow between chair pose and forward fold. Some modifications for your shoulders, if you're feeling them. Your hands can stay right at your heart. And we focus on the legs. At the top of our move, our chest is proud. At the bottom, our nose looking between our shins. A few more. Meeting in chair pose on an inhale. Exhale, rising up into mountain. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Step the left foot back so we turn towards the windows. Moving through moonflowers, breathing in, up, breathing out, bending our elbows, bending our knees. Time to check in with our knees, our hips. Close your eyes and flow. Move with your breath. There's no competition or judgment here this morning. Turning that into sunflowers, hinging down, breathing in, sweep up and lengthen. Breathe out, dive forward. Creating a circle with our arms. Thumbs touching at the top, the pinkies touching at the bottom. Feel the air on our skin. Entering our lungs, feeling space in our throat as we have lots of space there to breathe in and out. Last one. Hold it down in our goddess pose. We'll awaken the inner thighs, lifting our right heel and then our left, putting the other one down, side to side, or hands down, both heels. Woo. Last one, great job. Straightening out our legs, turning towards the front of our mat, lift that back heel, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in, fold, breathe out. Sweeping all the way up, releasing the clutter of our winter. Exhale, hands come to our heart into chair one last time, all the way back up. Hands come back behind us and we open up into chest. Expansion, if you want to, forward folding, but you don't have to. Depends on how your head is feeling today. We'll all release our hands to come behind our knees, holding onto our knees. There's a small bend and extending our spine and lengthening. This is where you can really focus on the form of your monkey pose or halfway up. Bending the knees, chair pose, rising up and up into mountain. Time for sun salutations. 2 on our knees, 2 high lunge or back on our knees, 2 with our jump back as an option. If you would love a fan, yes. It's about to get warm in here. There's one back there as well. We with Sue Hot Yoga soon will be having offering classes here maybe in the evening. Oh. Yes. Leah, she has she ran Sue Hot Yoga for years and years. Yeah, I don't know if there'll be hot classes, but it's hot enough up here, I think. Who knows? So stay tuned for those in the evening. I know you girls aren't evening practitioners, but maybe someone you know is. All right, sun salutation. We have 6 rounds. You can choose and add on or modify them if something doesn't feel good. Let's see what kind of music we get. And then we'll come to the tops of our mats, find some space between our feet, and we make our way into mountain pose first. Close our eyes. Let's sweep up, inhale. Exhale, fully dive into forward fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Bending our knees, left foot back, knee up or down. Find your lunge with the core nice and strong. Exhale to child's pose or downward facing dog. Holding or flowing forward, down, open up, either down dog or belly. Then take your time to down dog or child's pose. Right foot up between the hands. We find ourselves in a lunge. Exhale, pushing to forward fold. That front foot is our anchor. Halfway up, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Sweep to sky, breathe in. Exhale to chair. Back up. Exhale to mountain. Let's go again. Inhale, reach. If it feels good, close your eyes. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, strong core. Fold again. Bending the knees, right foot back. Knee up or down. Check in with a nice strong knee at the front. Child's pose or down dog. Let go of darkness. Choose to flow or hold. Down. Open up. Down or down dog. Meet in down dog. Left foot between the hands. Full or kneeling lunge. Pushing to forward fold. Space between our feet. Halfway up. Fold again. Sweep to sky. Exhale to chair. Back up we go. And we meet in mountain pose. We've got a few more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Left foot back. Knee up or down. Feel your core. Close your eyes. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Holding here, flowing, my friends. Open up or hold. Feet back and down dog. Right foot, bringing it up between the hands. Rise up with a high back heel. Forward fold. Breathe out. Halfway up. Great job. Fold. All the way up. Exhale to chair. Back up. Meeting in our mountain pose. Got a couple more, 3 more to be exact. Rise up. Dive and fold. Halfway up. Fold. Bless you. Right foot back. Find your lunge. Back to down dog or child's pose. You can stay and hold here or flow into a plank where you can hold or flow down. Meet back in downward dog. Left foot, bringing it up between the hands, our back heel high if possible. Rise to lunge. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Feel the belly button come in towards the spine and fold again. All the way up. Chair pose. Back up, breathe in. Exhale to mountain. So now we're adding on. If you haven't been here for a little bit, this will be different for you. So you don't have to jump back. You just step back with me and do plank, not chaturanga. All right. All the way up. Big breath. Inhale. Dive and fold. Halfway lift. Hop, step, or jump back to plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow down onto the mat or just hold your plank. Meet back in downward dog. Right foot up between the hands. We do 1 lunge and then we go right back to plank or chaturanga on a breath out. You can hold or flow down, meet back in down dog. Left foot between the hands. 1 lunge and right back to plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. Meet back in downward dog. Now looking between the hands, this is where we can do our 3 jumps forward, 1 big jump, or walk your feet up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Little change, chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, rising up into mountain. We have 1 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift. Hop, step, or jump. Back to plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. It's great to hold your plank or move through that vinyasa. Down dog, left foot between the hands. We have one lunge and we come up and we go right back to plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. Great job, downward dog. Right foot between the hands, lunge up. Right back to plank, chaturanga. Hold or flow. Downward dog. Hop, step, jump, or walk your hands up between your feet. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair, breathe in. Exhale, mountain. Wonderful, nice and warm. Now we can get into the real work, the real meat of our practice. Real work. The more still, the still work. We do have three-legged dog and flip dog. If you don't want to flip your dog over, just do a regular downward facing dog. Okay, let's get on with clearing out the winter. Big breath up. Exhale, dive and fold. Let the head be heavy here. Let any thoughts that keep coming back that don't serve you in a good way, let them fall out your head. Shake them out. Let them go. We'll be stepping back to downward facing dog or all fours as a modification. In our downward dog, checking in with our alignment. Our knees are slightly bent. We're pressing equally into our hands and our feet, opening across our chest towards our knees. If our eyes are open, we're looking back at our toes. Strong neck, letting gravity stretch our neck. At any time in the modification for this would be to come to all fours. We'll be moving into three-legged dog now for 5 breaths. You're lifting your right foot up. The right kneecap and hip are still relatively square towards the mat. Our hips are level. Breathe. Press the earth away with your hands. Draw energy up. Now we bend our right knee and take our right heel of our foot towards our left butt cheek or down behind us. This is tail of the dog, and we're looking underneath our right armpit. You can stay here or flip your dog over. That foot goes back behind you. You open up, reach the right arm up, or you can reach your right arm long towards me into wild thing. And you could also extend your right foot long. Flip it back over, my friends. Back to down dog. Into plank with the right foot up and pointing our toe. So option, down on our forearms if you're taking care of your wrists, or down on your knees if you're feeling the core work. Now we all come down to a regular forearm plank, full or kneeling. Still checking in with our breath. Wonderful. Let's bring our opposite knee to elbow. So left knee over to your right elbow. Oh, it's down there low. That means you can rest it a little bit. And bring it back. Move to the other side. Bring it back. Take a break before we move on to our next pose for our core. So either child's pose or down in Sphinx pose, belly down, stretching our core. We'll be moving into a side arm forearm plank. Come up, full or kneeling pose. Our right hand makes more of a little shelf here in front of us. And then we open up onto a side plank, left hand up, where of course, if you want to, you can stack your feet instead of having your knee down. Taking some of the weight off of our wrists this morning, but still activating our core. Regular forearm plank, almost there. For this side, all the way to the other side. So make that left arm come forward, so it helps you out a bit. And either the full side plank, one foot in front of the other, or stacking our feet. Think of a little fire beneath your hip and try to lift away from it. Back to your forearm plank. up to regular plank. We're going to do that sequence on the other side. We're just making our way back up. Lift your left foot. So right now we're just in our plank with our left foot lifted. Hips are not too high. And we'll push up to three-legged dog with that left foot up. I'm sorry, Julie. I printed this, I created this practice like a couple days ago. So now you can stay here or flip your dog over. You don't have to flip your dog over. You can stay in a regular downward dog, or you can even be in all fours with one leg lifted. Back to downward dog. Great job. Looking up between the hands. Let's bring our right foot up between the hands. High lunge, rise up. Give our arms a little rest, sink down into our legs. All right, we're actively reaching. Let's bring our hands in front of us. Turn our palms down, move up and down, give the wrists a little rest. Close your eyes to challenge your core. Then the palms will face down and we'll open and close out to the sides. Press back up, heel goes down, warrior one. Sink into the support of your leg, check in with that right knee, nice and strong. We're dispersing the weight into both of our feet. Warrior two, opening up towards the windows. Our right knee is still bending, softening through our shoulders. And if you're taking care of your shoulders, your palms can face up. That's a little less stressful on your shoulders, more work for your biceps. Side angle, right elbow to knee, left arm reaching up towards me, or elbow off, both arms reaching towards me. Close your eyes and do what feels right for your body today, in this moment in particular. Back up to our warrior two. Sink back down to the support of our legs, pressing our feet. Straightening our right leg, opening our palms, reaching our right arm forward, hinging down into triangle. Breathe. You can tuck your arm back behind you if this isn't feeling nice this morning. Into balancing half moon, the weight of the body coming onto the right foot. We lift up the left. Blocks are great here. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can put your hand down on the mat. That's actually full moon. Holding there. Back to warrior two. Step that left foot back. Bend our knee. So not a whole bunch of time in each pose, but enough. You're there a little bit longer until we switch. Let's frame our foot with the front hands, lift our back heel, push back to down dog or plank. Breathe. So you can stay here in your down dog or move to dolphin down on our forearms. If you'd like to try, well, we won't go up into shoulder stand unless that's part of your practice. You use your hands, clasp them together, and give your head a little bit of support. Walk your feet closer to your elbows. Maybe lift one foot, maybe lift the other. If shoulder stands part of your practice, you can make your way up there now, or you can come back with me to our forearm plank. Amazing job. Ladies, let's take ourselves to down dog. One hand down, other hand push to down dog. We'll be doing that same sequence on the other side. Now left foot up between the hands. Back heel is high. We'll start in our high warrior. Bringing our hands in front of us again to rest our wrists, tucking our thumbs in, giving them a little hand, and then some circles. One way and then the other. We'll rise back up with our arms, take our your right heel down into warrior one. Closing our eyes. Softening our jaws. Allowing our core to help hold us steady here. If the mind wanders, bring it back. Warrior two, opening up now, chest towards the long wall. Palms either facing the earth or facing the sun, depending on how they're feeling. Our left elbow bending, tracking towards the middle of your left foot. Let's make our way into side angle, left elbow to left knee. Reaching your right arm either towards me or long, and then you can choose to take your elbow off and reach both, or enjoy the modified version. Still pressing into both of our feet. Warrior two, we rise back up, our obliques lift us. Maybe we look down our left hand and extend through our fingertips. Straightening our left leg, reaching our left arm forward, moving down into triangle, keeping our chest open to the long wall. Feel the pose. Notice the sensations in our bodies without judgment. Just notice what's happening. Balancing half moon, the weight goes onto the left foot. We lift our right foot. We keep our hip open towards that long wall. We can balance here on our left ankle or use a block or the wall to help. Step back to warrior two. Bend the left knee. Soften the jaw again. We'll be making our way from warrior two right to chaturanga. We sweep down, lift the back heel, bend the elbows, chaturanga or kneeling, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, back to downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. You're almost, I don't want to give you that much. You're close, you're close. Looking up between the hands, we'll hop, step, or jump those feet up between the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Decluttering. Adding some new things today. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, we'll keep our hands together at the top, our right foot out, and move into tree pose. So if that doesn't feel nice, you could have your arms out for balance or hands at heart. Put your foot on the inside of your leg. Just try not to press on your knee joint. So that heel would be below your knee or your toe would be above your knee. From our tree pose, we'll be moving right into warrior three. Let's bring our left knee or right knee forward and then sweep that foot back. Extending long. Either keeping those hands together today or not. You could bring them to your heart. We'll keep our left, oh man, my left and right's totally getting mixed up. Keeping your right foot up, taking your hands to the mat. A little squat flow now. Our right knee going to your left calf muscle as you bend your left knee. Keep your right foot up. and extend again. Reach long, so it's like that warrior three with hands down, and we'll flow now. Come down, our little squat, straighten up between those two. Amazing job. We'll make our way to forward fold. Whenever you're ready, exhale. Woo. Bending your right knee, right hand to mat, reach your left arm up as we stretch now that left hip, glute that was working hard just a few moments ago. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Rise all the way up, our hands come together, and we move into tree on the other side. So we take that knee up, foot out, open up, and find your tree here. Choose where you want to put your foot. Hands can be up or at our heart. Breathe. Make sure the breath is full. Our right ankle getting stronger. Let's take our hands apart. Bring our left knee in front now. And reach that left foot back into warrior three. Breathe. Listen. Feel. Keeping that left foot high, we'll take our hands to the mat. And now our squat flow, left knee to right calf, down, bend the right knee and extend. Flow between these two. Amazing job. We're almost there. I'm for real this time. Forward fold. Ready. We'll halfway lift, breathe in. Fold again. Bending the left knee, keeping our right leg pretty straight, reaching the right arm up, stretching that hip out, that glute. Or your right hand can go into your lower back. Unwinding forward fold. Be stepping to all fours. And we'll be moving into some variations of camel. So walk the hands up, lift up so that our hips come on above our knees. So we don't want to lean back. There's some space between them so that our knee joints under our hips under our shoulders. We'll take our left hand. Well, I need to lift my feet up. Left hand to left heel. Reach your right arm up. Breathe. Think of the chest reaching forward still. And we'll do the other side. Right hand, right heel, left arm up. So we try to keep our hips from leaning back. They're still forward. You can look up at your hand or keep your chin in line with your chest. We'll sit up a bit, bring our hands to our lower back. Untuck your feet if you want to. Draw the elbows towards each other. Modified camel. If anyone wants to go into full camel, hands reach back for your heels, but then you bring those hips forward again. We think of the chest opening. Ooh. Use a block, maybe. I'm going to stay modified. Amazing work, everybody. Child's pose, and that should feel incredible. I hope so. You can have a lot of space between your knees for your wide leg or your regular child's pose. And take a moment to release tension in your lower back. Feel as if you could breathe into your lower back. Feel it expanding, stretching, releasing tension. Making our way to a seated position. Take your time, crisscross or soles of the feet together. We'll release that tension in the hips again. Lengthen and walk the hands long. So if that feels really intense, just let your heels go a little further away from your groin and come down a little deeper. You can hold onto your toes or reach your hands long. If your toes are cold, this is a good opportunity to warm them up. Incredible. Walking on up. Fire log pose, which is like a half a pigeon, sort of. One leg, let's take our left heel towards our right cheek. And our right flexed foot across to the knee. So this is fire log. This one is pretty intense on your hip. If it doesn't feel good, bring your foot down here. You could push if you want to push. Oh, yeah. So keep your foot down or keep your leg long. We want to keep this foot nice and strong. Move to the other side. Fire log on the other side. Extension. Right heel towards your back side. And then that shin lining up straight. If that doesn't feel nice, you can extend this leg and be here instead. That's actually the variation that's up next. Love this song. All right. Deer pose. Lean back on our hands, some space between our feet, and we'll drop our right knee towards our left heel and open up the chest. Other side. 5 breaths here. Open up the chest. Bring it back. Let's hold on to the knees. Make sure you have some space back there. Roll it on back. Hug the knees to chest and take a wonderful rock side to side. We're almost to our best part of class, our relaxation. Back to the bridge that we started with, but a stationary held mud or bridge. Lift up with your hands either underneath you or reaching up. Today, give your wrists a little rest. Shoulder blades anchored. Strengthening our glutes, our hamstrings, our calves, our back. Stretching our hip flexors, the front of our body. Feeling open across the chest. Slowly lowering our backside down, hands by our sides, reaching our feet up, legs up a wall. If you have a block nearby or a bolster, you could slide that underneath your lower back if you'd like. So legs up a wall is also known as half plow pose. If you'd like to move into full plow, we lift the hips up, put our hands underneath, and go there, or then bring your toes back behind you. But this is a pose for healthy necks. So if anyone's dealing with any neck injuries, it's a bit of weight on your cervical spine, so be kind. Or you can enjoy half plow pose, which is legs up a wall or shoulder stand. About 10 breaths in this pose. Modifying to suit our practice today. And when you're ready, should be close to 10 now, you'll make your way back to legs up the wall. Take your time releasing the spine back onto the mat. Now bending the knees. We'll stay there for a few breaths. Extending the legs long. As an option today for Shavasana, before we go in, if you'd like to do fish pose, you lift up your chin at first, draw your elbows together behind you, and then open up across the chest and let the head fall back. There's many variations of this, so if you are taking care of your neck, this might not feel great. Shining our chest up towards the ceiling. Time for Shavasana. Relaxing down onto the mat. If there's another pose you'd like to do here, happy baby's a nice one to end your practice with, or any other poses that you're working on, then you can make your way down, and I'll be guiding you through a little meditation on spring, decluttering our lives. Settle in, take your time. If you need an eye cover, I can breathe. So start to let the weight of your body melt down. There's no rush. Spring. It doesn't look much like spring out there, but it's coming. Close your eyes. Sink into the support of the mat today. Spring, a time to clear away the clutter. Inside and out. Spring cleaning brings to mind mops and brooms inside the house and rakes and clippers outside. Although for some, the most important area for us to clean is deep within us. Spring cleaning not only our bodies, but our minds. The clutter within can weigh us down and hold us back. Mental clutter can have many forms. Patterns we repeat over and over. Thoughts that get stuck in our head like a broken record. Past truths that are no longer valid. Beliefs that we are unworthy. All of these thoughts are merely perceptions. Ideas and beliefs that may have served us well in the past, but no longer fit and don't help us grow and evolve. These untrue perceptions get clouded over with time and are particularly dangerous to our self-esteem. Taking time to clear out the old thoughts and ideas from our mind is essential ingredient to keeping our head on straight and focused on things that are new, fresh, inspiring, and purposeful. Releasing the clutter of the past helps us clearly see the future and gives us space to grow and flourish. Just like raking away the old leaves gives space for a new season of beauty to shine. Meditation can be a mindful practice to help us clear away the clutter. Noticing now where we may be holding on to tension, and let that go as you breathe out. Ask your mind, what thoughts and beliefs no longer fit? What am I ready to let go of? Acknowledge the purpose that this belief or thought may have given you in the past. Recognize that it no longer fits, and then release it. As you let it go, imagine that you are clearing it away with a broom, a rake, or a fresh breath of air. Imagine you are peeling away the dead leaves to reveal something beautiful underneath. See the beauty of this new growth within. It now has room to grow. You may choose as many times as you want to today to repeat this and ask yourself again, what is no longer serving you? When you feel that you have released what you need for today, let's all take a deep breath in and out, releasing any last ties to those past thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us in a good way. Vowing to continue to release these thoughts so you are free to grow and evolve and truly shine. Checking in with our breath, feeling lighter, opening and closing our hands a few times. We'll make some sensations to our hands. Moving our head side to